Hi all, in this video I am going to explain how parent-child component communication is happening in Angular. And in the previous video I have explained how we are creating a parent or child component. Okay, so while doing an application in many scenarios you have to pass some data from a parent component to child component and the same way from the child to the parent component as well. So in Angular, how we are going to do that? So here there will be a parent component, there will be a child component inside the parent component, and for communicating from parent to child we will use at input decorator in Angular, and for from child to parent if you want to pass some data you are using at output decorator. I will tell you in which scenario you have to use at input and at output decorator. Why we need to pass the data. I will tell you an example scenario. I have a list of users and when I click on the edit button, I have to show, for example, if I click on the second edit button, I have to show whatever record in the second row of that particular users, I have to show those data. So I have to pass a parent. This is the parent component. List of users is the parent component and the edit profile is the child component. So if I have to pass the particular record to this particular component, we can use at input decorator. Okay. And when we use at output decorator, for example, if I do some edit and I clicked on the save changes, then after closing this pop-up, I have to reflect those data here by calling an endpoint in the parent component. So I have to notify from child to parent that I have changed some data and I have closed the pop-up. Just refresh the data. Something like that. You have to mention it, right? For that purpose, you can use at output. Okay. So this is when you have to use at input at output decorator for the communication between the parent and child. We'll back to the code. So I'm not doing the same scenario here. I am just trying to give you a simple example with the same. Here I am considering app.component.html as the parent component and child.component.ts or html as the child component. So I have a variable here as the parent username. I have given a parent because in order to identify you as it will be easy for you to identify whether the variable is a coming from the parent or the child. So I just given the name as a parent username and I am giving a John Matthews as an example. And in HTML, I have just showing that parent variable and here is the child component. Child component, if I want to pass this variable to the child component, how we will use that? As I said earlier, we are using at input decorator that is in the child component, but from HTML how we will pass those data. So for that inside you can square bracket just equal to double quotes. On the right side you can mention the variable in the parent component and the left side you can mention the variable used using in the child component. Okay, so here I am now the variable name. This is the parent user name is the variable name I am using in the parent component. I am passing this to the child component as just give a variable name. Just give a variable name planning to use in the child component. So I am just trying to use this variable name. So child username is the variable name I am planning to use in the child component. Okay, so I have passed it. Then the next step is like I have to accept that variable, right? So how we will accept that variable? So use the input decorator. And the child component, we have an option called at input. At input is coming from the Angular core module. So at input option, then parent username, you have to initialize that variable, otherwise it will throw some one error in the IDE. Okay, so sorry, I done a mistake. I have given parent username as the value. No, it's not right. Right, child username is the value I have to use in the child component. So I will place with child username. I'm assigning this to empty whenever the value is coming from the app.dot component with the whatever value in the parent username. When it is assigned to the child username, it will be replaced the empty value with the latest value. Okay, so child username, I got the child username. If you want the child username in the child component anywhere, for example in the HTML, I am planning to use as a variable. ng model equal to save it, then sorry, saved it. You can see from the parent to child I got the value, right? So at input, from as I said, at this is the square bracket, you have to use the variable name you have to use there. There is an option, there is an other options to give an alias. Okay, that is like you can give an input alias, the child property name whatever mentioned here, right? You can give another name in the app.component.html. So it is not mentioned like child username is the name it is coming, right? So you can alias this name as a different name. So for that purpose, what you can use like child username 1, you can alias this variable here as child username 1, and in this component you will use this as child username, but the alias was child username. This is also possible, but aliasing for input variable is also possible, but it is not recommended, because if you have to do enable the aliasing, you have to disable in the TS line, you have to disable the line no input rename, so you have to disable that. Okay, so better don't use aliases. So come back to the point. So now I will tell you another scenario. If I change the value of Matthews to change to double S, you can say it is not reflecting in the parent component, right? So how will you achieve this? If I change anything in the child component, I have to notify the parent component that I have changed something, whatever your variable value passed to the child component, I have edited something. So I have to pass some notification or something like that. Okay, in order to identify, or in order to pass some, in order to identify the parent that I have changed something. How we will pass that type of information or anything from the child to parent? So that's why we need to use at output decorator. Okay, so at output decorator is the one which helps to pass the data from the parent, child to parent. So child component use this at output variable to raise an event to notify the parent about the change. Okay, I will explain you more in the code. So at output is a variable and which have the type of event emitter. Okay, so input is fine, but at output also uses an event emitter to notify. Okay, something has been changed and the child. Okay, so it is using at out. So you can give a new variable name at the output. Changed child user name event. Okay, the same way like click event, change event, something like a new event we are creating in the child component to notify the parent component. Okay, For that, we have to use new event emitter. When you use a event emitter, just confirm that it is coming from the Angular core. Okay, so event emitter. So it should from the, sorry, I missed bracket, okay, at output. So I just create an event, same as click or change or blur. Okay, different events are there for input box. The same way, I'm just creating an event. Okay, so this event. Then the next step, decide that you should decide in which scenario I have to pass this event to the parent. Okay, in which scenario we have to pass this data. So for example, in the child element, I can do in such a way that in the input box, if I blur or on focus out of that particular input box, I have to call a function. Okay, so inform parent, something like that. I am calling a function here. Then I am writing a function, and this is the function going to emit our event. So this is our event name dot emit. If you want to pass some data to that particular parent component, you can pass here. Okay, so I am just passing the child username directly here. So this dot child username I am going to pass to the parent. So what are the steps I have done in the child component to pass some data to the parent component? The first step, I just created an event using event emitter. The second step, in which section or which scenario I have to call this event, in which scenario I have to pass a data. So my scenario is like when I on focus out, when I click on blur, when I blur on this particular input box, I have to change the data and pass to the parent component, right? So the first step, create an event. The second step, in which scenario you have to pass the data. So in that scenario, I am just calling a function. In that function, I am passing that event. The then the fourth step is like I have to get this particular event. Okay, so the parent component in the same section. So normally the click event is mentioning like this way, right? Here we have created a new event. So what is the event name is like this is the event name. So the same way as click focus on blur, so you have to mention the event coming from the parent, and just when this event happens, you have to call a function. That function name you can give here. Okay, so get data from child. Whatever data passing from that event, we are the emit. Okay, whatever data passing from here, that will receive as $event functionality. So you will get those data here. Then you can return those functionality here, and you will get a data here, right? Console.log of data. This needs to be mentioned as string. Now you can check. Okay, I'm just taking console. John Matthews. Then you can see on the on focus, on blur, you can see John Matthews. So, but it is not reflecting here. Why? Because I am not assigning this to parent username equal to data. Now it will work. If I enter Matthews double S on focus, it reflect. If I enter T, it reflect here. So you can see, right? It is reflecting here.